Hey everybody, it's Karen with Food and Family. I'm getting ready to start a bite of dinner and I thought I'd bring you along with me. I am going to attempt to make something that I saw. You may have seen it as well, and it's bacon, chicken, mac and cheese. Sounds delicious, right? It's like a meal in a bowl. But first, I've got bacon cooking and I need to get it out of the skillet because I think it's ready. And I'm just putting it on this pan right here. I've got a wire rack. We're going to use it for our chicken too. But I am not getting rid of this beautiful bacon grease. In fact, I'm going to cook my chicken in it. But for the moment, I want to turn it off. I've got some water heating on the stove over here for our macaroni. And, I have the recipe that I'm going to use, is for my macaroni and cheese. It's in my first volume cookbook, and it's on page 70. So if you have that, you can make this macaroni and cheese as well. But I want to get my chicken going. I've got to get my macaroni boiling, but I want to make a seasoning for my chicken. And I'm following the direction for our fried chicken in volume 1. That's on page 43. The seasoning recipe is in the fried chicken. It's just for a single batch. Now, if you look in volume 2, it's got the full recipe that makes, a large amount. But we want... First of all, let's make the seasoning. And I want 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. Now, mind you, this is the only salt that's going to go on the chicken. And I want 1 tablespoon of coarse ground black pepper. Now, that wasn't quite a tablespoon. Okay, so let's move that so you can see what I'm doing. And I want 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. This seasoning blend, I just kind of started creating one day, and I come up with, that's what I liked. So that's what I stuck with. I wrote it down, and that's what I used whenever I fried chicken. And I can promise you this, Stephanie Jones loves my fried chicken. She says mine is ranked right up there at the top of her list. So I hope I am the top. I need 1 teaspoon of paprika. That might have been heaping a little bit, but that's okay. And I want 2 teaspoons of poultry seasoning. I got to fill my little jar up here. I had to get Pop to go get this for me. 2 teaspoons of poultry seasoning. I'll keep it out and I'll fill that little jar up after a while. That'll remind me. Cayenne pepper or crushed red pepper, use whichever you want. But it's according to your heat. My recipe calls for 1/4 teaspoon. Y'all know I don't do that well with too much heat. Okay, so we're gonna move that out of the way. And we're just gonna stir this blend together. And what this does, it makes 1 full recipe for your fried chicken. Now, that's for a whole fried chicken, if you've got a whole chicken. But we're going to use quite a few chicken tenders. I bought some, they were huge chicken breasts, and I cut up 2 of them. And that's what we're using today for this. So I want some flour. And I've got plain flour. You can use self-rising flour. It's your choice. And I'm just going to put it out there, and that might be too much, but that's okay too. And I think before I put it all in there, I'm just going to spoon some. I think I'll spoon a couple of tablespoons because I can always keep that back. And I think 2 tablespoons with this amount of flour is enough. How about we use a little bit more? I want it seasoned really well. To me, chicken is one of those dishes that if you don't season it well, it just has no flavor to it. There. So And we'll get this oil heated back up. So y'all give me just a minute. Let me heat this oil back up and get my chicken over here and ready to fry. I'm going to get my macaroni cooking and I'll be back with you, okay? Okay, I think my oil is hot enough. I added just a little bit more oil with the bacon grease. I don't want to get rid of all that beautiful bacon grease. And I shredded up some cheese, y'all. All I had was sharp and medium, and that's okay. And I've got a package of Velvetta cheese sauce. I know Velvetta is controversial, but we like it. And it melts and it's creamy and smooth. I don't have any Parmesan though. Oh well, anyway, let's get back to the chicken. I've got my chicken, the flour with the seasoning. Y'all saw me do that. I've got my chicken tenders cut up. Now, I cut them about this size, and I'm thinking I might cut them a little bit smaller because, and here's my knife I used. It was not touched anything because I want these to be able, I want to sit them down, nestle them in that macaroni and cheese. How does that sound? Sounds good to me. So let's cut them in half. Don't take but a minute to do it. And they'll fit a lot better. Okay, and that one was small. So I'm not going to wash my hands just yet because we're going to be getting them back in the chicken. Okay, so let's bread them real good. I'm not putting them through buttermilk or anything like that. You could. I don't have any. Buttermilk will tenderize. If you'll let your chicken soak in that buttermilk for a little bit, it will help tenderize it. And I like to do that and sit it in the buttermilk and let it sit for half an hour or so, up to an hour. And it's so good. So let's get this coated really well. And it's going to be just perfect, even without the buttermilk. Okay, so now I'm going to, my grease is good and hot. Yeah, these won't take long to cook. They're small, they're not thick, and I think 3 to 4 minutes on each side should do it. The trick is you don't overcrowd your pan, but I don't think I'm going to have enough to overcrowd. So, and Pop and I won't eat all of this. Now, I think that's everything. That's all of it. So I'm going to discard this flour, and I'm going to go check on my macaroni. It had about 5 or 6 minutes left, so I want to check on that. And when it gets done, I'm going to come back and we're going to put it together, okay? We're almost done with this meal. I'm about to finish up the macaroni. We're about to take up the chicken because it is almost done. So another minute, I think, and we'll be ready. Okay, so I am going to add some butter to our macaroni. Now, y'all, I didn't tell you a while ago, when I went to get my macaroni out to cook it, I didn't have enough elbows. So it's a mixture of elbow and shells. You know, and that's okay. I told you we use what we have. And they both make good macaroni and cheese. You can use any kind of pasta you want. You could use penne if that's what you choose. It's just up to you. Now, you want your chicken cooked, no less, I've told you guys this several times, no less than 165 degrees internal temperature. I'm going to move this hot skillet out of the way. Now, all right, we don't need that, do we? Okay, so let's get this over here where we can get to it. Okay, so now let's work on our macaroni. I put like 4 tablespoons of butter, give or take. A little bit more. And let's mix it up. I want that butter to start melting. But what I'm going to do is, I don't think this is in my recipe. It's not. But I like to put an egg in my macaroni and cheese. And I want to beat it up first. But when you're adding an egg to hot stuff, like this macaroni is hot, you have to be careful because you don't want scrambled eggs. That wouldn't be appetizing, would it? So, okay. So what I'm going to do as I put it in, I'm going to stir it real quick. Just stir, stir, stir. And hope we don't have scrambled eggs. I think we're doing good so far. I don't know, to me it just makes it a little creamier. There's enough heat from the macaroni to cook it without having to, say, per se cook, put it in the oven on the stove. We're not baking this macaroni and cheese. You can if you want to, but we're not. Okay, now see, that's looking good. And that egg has just melded all in with that butter and that macaroni noodles. Okay, so now we're going to add some cheese. And I put salt in the water when I cooked it, but I'm not adding any more salt because this cheese is salty. I told you I have a mixture of sharp and medium. We're going to put a couple of nice handfuls in here and just stir, stir, stir. We're not done with cheese. Oh, it's going to be so good. Now, I've got this Velvetta cheese sauce that I told you about. And I'm going to open that up. And I'm going to squeeze that in there and see if I think it's enough, because I've got more if I need it. Like I said, it's creamy, and I don't know. I like Velvetta, and I know some people don't. And that's fine. You don't have to use it. You can use your cheeses of your choice. I told you this is what I happen to have. My recipe actually calls for mozzarella and Parmesan, but I didn't have either of those. Yeah, now, I think that's enough. We're going to stir that in. But I think we're going to add a little bit more cheese. Another good handful. And if you see where you need to heat it up, take it over to the stove and you can heat it up there. So we're going to stir, but we're not finished yet. We're going to add some milk. I've got 1 cup of half and half. I'm not going to use it all just yet. I want to get it stirred up. Now, let's get a little spatula and get that off of our spoon. In fact, let's use our spatula. See how creamy that's gotten? I don't know if y'all can tell. Okay, y'all, I think I'm going to add, that was like half of a cup of milk. I'm going to add another, maybe 1/4 cup. I just want it a little more creamy. Now, mind you, as this sits, it's going to thicken up. So if you're not serving it right away, you can add some more milk, and you can warm your milk up and add it to it. But I didn't. But you can add some more milk and heat it up on the stove. Now let's put this together. I've got some bowls here that I got out for me and Pop. He's down in the basement. He said, I'm going down to basement and pedal. So it's gotten hot again, y'all. So, get me a spoon. Okay, so look here what we're going to do. I am going to take, I want y'all to see, if you can, how creamy that macaroni is. Can you see that? And if any of y'all have made my macaroni, y'all let me know. Y'all seen me make it before. There's the video of me making it, and if I don't forget, I'll link it. So let's fill our bowl up with some macaroni and cheese, because this is dinner tonight. Ooh. All right. Looky there. Okay. Now, some of this nice bacon. And we're just gonna say, I cut it up, and I cut the bacon in half, but I'm just kind of breaking it up a little bit more and putting it in here. Can you imagine? It's bacon. What's not to like? And then some chicken, and I'm just gonna nestle those right in here. I'm not gonna break them up. Yeah, this looks so good. I'm trying to get the pieces I want. Let's give this a taste. Oh my goodness. That macaroni is so creamy and smooth. Y'all. I want another bite. I want a bite of this macaroni with the bacon. I bet that's going to be good. Y'all, you've got to try this. Now, what you can do is you can garnish this with some finely chopped chives. You can use some green onions, chop them up fine, and put it on there, some parsley. I've got some dried chives. Let's try some dried chives. I want it to look pretty. And there you go. All right. I want to get this. I want to try it with the chives. But I want to get this bowled up for Pop. Get him a bowl. And get him up here and let him try it, because I think he's going to like it. Yeah, this is truly a meal in a bowl. And, you know, we've done some of those before. But you've got your macaroni. You've got your bacon. You've got your chicken. Do whatever you want to do. It'd probably be good with sausages in it too. In place of chicken, maybe some smoked sausage. That would be good. But I hope you'll give this a try. And if you do, let me know. I certainly appreciate it. But I hope you've enjoyed this video and being with me in my kitchen today. I know I've certainly enjoyed having you in here with me. And I've missed you guys. And I hope y'all going to come back, because I certainly hope I will see you back. And don't forget, we have 2 cookbooks, Volume 1, which you just saw me cook out of, and Volume 2. Thanks, everybody, and I appreciate you joining me. And I hope you'll come back again. I'll talk to you soon.